Hey guys, in this video, I want to share with you my entire life's work, all the research I've done from all the race, everything. So it's going to be a longer video. However, I believe it's valuable. Okay. So my life's work is about getting you to this day that I experienced myself, where it was a spiritual awakening, where I truly felt special and here for a reason for the first time in my life when I was 28 years old. This day that I had this envisioning, this awakening, this new birth, I also saw that it was my job to help others to see their gift, that they too were here for a special reason. And it was through their abnormality, their greatest fear, the biggest thing that people say is wrong with them, or that something looks down upon, or that society looks down upon, that thing that makes you stand out or look weird or whatever it is, that thing that you hide, whatever. For me, it was my pectus excavatum. It's hole in my chest. Once I realized, holy shit, this was my greatest gift, I discovered myself. I remembered my talents. I remembered my creativity. I remember the fun person that I used to enjoy being. And I came to life. And so my mission for the past 10 years has been up and down, but it's mainly to get you to that point. Here's what I discovered, okay? That feeling that I felt, which was pure love for myself, for my life, for everything I went through, for my chest, for my biggest fear, I fell in pure love. That pure love, I believe, was a Christ consciousness. Okay? And so I was connected to my inner God self. And with that, I was connected to God. And God spoke to me literally that day, telling me my mission, which is to help people out with pectus excavatum and people with other forms of pectus excavatum or abnormalities in their life, turning it into their greatest gifts. Christ consciousness is what? It's getting to a state of pure love. But what I've discovered is there's a map to get there. Consciousness is thought and feeling. You have to think and feel your way into love. How do you get to your highest form of love, which is your greatest self, your God self? It's by facing the thing you hate the most, your biggest fear, that thing that makes you stand out the most. If you can face that and turn that into love, you win. You're tapped in. You discover who you are. You discover yourself, your greatest purpose, and you start living your greatest life. Now, how do we do that? One, we get away. We fast. And I hate saying that word because I feel like every time I talk about that word, things happen on this platform. But in any case, listen, truthfully, I'm probably only talking to a few viewers here, okay? So if you're listening, if you're still here, man, stay here. You get away. You have to face fear. You have to get away from the world. You have to go within. You have to leave, maybe go into the mountains, go on a long vacation, go on a long hike. You haven't go on a run, which is what I promote nowadays through my program, my 369 program. All right. You have to find a way because you have to work backwards, right? If your inner God self is deep within, you start on the outside with the body. How do you cut off any physical desires, right? Or like, how do you get away from the world? How do you fast from the world? How do you break off from the world? You could do it through exercising, running, putting the body through physical pain. You can go into isolation, into the woods, getting away from people, right? So that's the first step, to go within. And then to start working in your mind and your feelings, your emotion, your mind and your emotion. Start facing the shit that bothers you. You start going deeper. Now you can start finding those hidden gems or places of low energy That keeps you low. Now here's the thing. You have a vision out here and a vision in there. You can hear out here and you can hear out there. For example, I can see this cupcake, let's say this muffin right in front of me. There's depths to it. I could even see further. I can see this coffee. Now, I can see this thing that I wipe my camera lens with, which I didn't do here. Let me do it right now. I can see it right here. It's a little further. And the same thing vice versa. I can look at that table, which is a little further. I can look at that lady, which is a little further. I can look at that sign, which is a little further. I can look at that wall, which is a little further. I can look at that post, which is even further. There's depths to your seeing and your hearing. I can hear the gentleman right here talking. I can hear the ladies talking over there, which is now further. I can hear the music, which is now further. And so on and so forth. You have depths of perception in this world. Now, how does this help you with finding your God self? Well, you have the same depth of perception with going within. You have the same depth of perception with asking yourself questions, with convincing yourself, with finding answers. Like, for example, what is this good for? It's good for cleaning my lens. Let's go deeper. Why is it good to clean your lens? Clearer picture. Why is clearer picture good? A higher quality. Why is higher quality good? It'll retain attention. Why is retaining more attention good? It'll inspire more people. Why is inspiring more people good? It'll help them to inspire other people. Why is inspiring other people good? It'll help them to inspire other people. Why are doing this, doing that good? It'll help them to create new technologies, new gifts, new, programs, new products and services. Why are those products and services good? It'll help the future generation. It'll help this. There's depths. Why is the hole in my chest good? Helps me to help out kids with pectus excavatum. Why is it good to help out kids with pectus excavatum? Because they're special kids. Some of them are highly sensitive, and that sensitivity is actually connection with the divine, and we need more connection and more expression with the divine. Why is it good to have a hole in my chest? Chicks love it. Why do chicks love it? Because they'll feel more secure about their body and more comfortable with you. Why is it good to have a hole in my chest? It'll make me more confident, realizing it's not who I am. I can eat cereal out of it. I can eat coffee out of it. I can put coffee in it, whatever it is. You know, like, there is depths, an infinite amount of depth to your seeing, hearing, feeling, and being. And it is using that skill towards your greatest fear until you get to it, your greatest love for that fear. That thing you hate. Keep asking yourself questions. Why is it that it could be something you love? And there's no end to those answers. You can go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper until you find true love, true purpose, your true answers, your truth. Which is why Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. The only thing that exists is truth, which is love. It's the only thing that exists in this world. It may seem evil, it may seem negative, but deep within is the source of God, and it's our pathway to finding God, which is love. Any fear, any hate, any negativity isn't even real. It's just an illusion. So to wrap this up, which if you're still here, I thank you. To wrap this up, your greatest life is through your greatest energy. The greatest energy is love. How you get there is through Christ consciousness. Love is a sun. Love is God. A sun has many sun rays. There is a sun ray that comes down to you, your Christ self, your Christ consciousness, which is love. Once you connect to this love within, using your mind and your emotions, you connect to this love, this Christ self. You do that by facing your biggest fears until you find love in them. your true self, the only truth. And then that love is what's connected to God. And living off of that love, that highest energy, is what gives you purpose, meaning, and life. Life is energy. Your biggest fear is the way to your truth and to life. Life is energy. The higher energy you feel, the higher you create. Because everything wants love. Everything is gravitated to love and God. Because God is in everything. And so if you are God and you are just this light of love and you're just expanding, giving this light and love away because that is what you are, that is what you're connected to, everything will want to come to you because everything seeks pleasure, peace, happiness, and joy. And because it wants to be used for a certain reason. Money wants to be used to build better things, to have greater experiences, to give to people more. People want to come to you, relationships, because you are of this higher energy. People want to feel good, and you're going to help them by filling them up with love, because that is what you are. So if you want to attract greater things, higher quality things, you need to feel higher quality energy, which is love for your greatest God self, which is found through your biggest fears, beginning on the outside, getting to a fasted state, break away from the world, go deep within, whether through a workout, through a long hike, get isolated, and then start using that skill of perception, going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Why is it a good thing? Why is it a good thing? Why do I love it? Why do I love it? Why do I love it? And then, you connect with your truth, with who you are, your inner God self.